Section 126 of In the Nursery of My Book House. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Janet Morris. In the Nursery of My Book House, edited by Olive Beaupre Miller. The Babe Moses. There was a king over Egypt who knew nothing of God. Therefore he thought no good in his heart. And he said, There live in the midst of our land the children of Israel. They are not of our people, yet they are more in numbers than we. I fear lest they have too many babes that grow up to be strong men and stand against us. Come on, then, let us throw into the river every boy babe that is born unto them. Now there was at this time in Egypt a certain man and his wife of the children of Israel, and there was born unto them a boy babe, even such a one as Pharaoh the king had commanded should be thrown into the river. But he was a goodly child, and his mother loved him, and held him close to her heart, and cherished him, and she kept him hid 3 months, that Pharaoh's servants might not find him and throw him into the river. And when she could no longer hide him, she gathered bulrushes from the river bank, and made of them a little ark. And she daubed the ark with mud and pitch, and put her babe therein, and laid him in the rushes by the river. Then she bade his sister stand afar off, and watch what would be done to him. And she kissed the little one, and went back to her home, for her trust was in God, and she knew that God was with the child to save him. And it came to pass that the daughter of Pharaoh the king came down to wash herself at the river, and her maidens walked along by the river's side. When she saw the ark among the rushes, she sent her maid to get it, and when she had laid back the coverings, she saw the little babe, and behold, he was crying. Then Pharaoh's daughter was filled with pity for the child, and she took him to her and said, This is a babe of the children of Israel, even such a one as my father has commanded should be thrown into the river. But as she held the little one in her arms and saw how he wept, God touched her heart, and she thought within herself to save the child. For she knew that the king, her father, would grant unto her whatsoever she asked of him. So she cried out to her maids and said, I will ask of the king my father, that I may keep this little one. He shall be as my own son. Then came the sister of the babe, who had been watching, and said to Pharaoh's daughter, Shall I go and call to thee a nurse of the women of Israel, that she may care for the child for thee? And Pharaoh's daughter said to her, Go. And the maid went, and called the child's own mother. And Pharaoh's daughter said unto the child's mother, Take this child away, and nurse him for me, and I will give thee thy wages. And the mother took her little babe, and held him close, and rejoiced, and gave thanks in her heart that God had saved him. And she nursed the child, and he grew, and when he was no more a babe, she brought him unto Pharaoh's daughter in the house of the king, and Pharaoh's daughter kept him as her own son, and she called his name Moses, because she said, I drew him out of the water. End of section 126. Recording by Janet Morris.